Oh, yeah. It's the sweet, sweet sounds of another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. We've got someone very special backstage right now. Chef Tamara Stanger is joining us once again. She's hanging out in the virtual green room, as we call it. It really got to come up with a fun name, like, for that, other than the virtual green room. I don't know what
you called it that. Like, you're the one who's named it.
Yeah, I know. It's just that now that I've said that enough times, I feel like something more creative is overdue. So
green room is fine. Virtual green room sounds like a bad 1997 sci-fi flick starring Keanu Reeves.
Is that a bad thing?
I mean, I'd watch that.
I would watch that.
Of course, you would watch Virtual Green Room.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Virtual Green Room with Harrison Ford in 1960?
When I played SimCity, every room was a virtual green room. Because it's green. Get it? Yeah. See.
I see how that went. For sure. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. Tell us what you're drinking in the comments, as always. But today, actually, a little bit different. I'm going to change this. Tell us what you're drinking, but also tell us what you're eating. Which is a weird question to ask people on the internet. Is it? I don't know. Might be a fetish for some, but for others, we're just curious what the hell you're eating. It's Takeout Tuesday. So some of you may not have taken out, which is fine. But you're at home, you're having a meal. We want to know what you're drinking. We want to know what you're eating. Adam Green, tell us what you got over there.
Got my last can of Stay Home Wally.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to, polish this one off. Don't want to let the hops sit there too long. And everything. As far as eating, since me and my fiance, we eat at a normal hour. We already had dinner.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to hear this normal hour garbage anymore because I'm
we don't
done
start
having
dinner at 7:36 or 7.
We will ask the audience their opinion on what time a normal hour is for dinner. As a matter of fact, we're going to ask Chef what time a normal dinner is. Because for me, I live by the Mediterranean rule of any time after dark. Like 8 p.m., fine. We can probably do that. It's a little early. Like the cooks just barely started cooking in most countries that I would spend time in. So that's fine. I get it. You want to eat early? That's fine.
We had some chicken. That was good. And some leftover mac and cheese. And it was a nice meal. About, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
There's a reason Taco Bell has a fourth meal, because you eat too early. Adam Ledford, what you got?
So I don't know if this means that JJM has great taste or whether I do. But totally going after that Hard Facts Classic American Pils. Very excited. Haven't even sipped it yet. And we had, as some of you may know, Mr. Ian Harwell from Ground Control was in the house last night, and he cooked us fresh, hot Nashville hot.
Don't you have photos of that? I want to see them.
Oh, so good. And we had one chicken patty left, and so I diced it up and sizzled it in the pan, get it crisp back up on the skin, and we put that over a Gorgonzola fettuccine Alfredo, and it was divine. Well,
that sounds divine. I got to find that photo because it did look really nice because you were lucky enough to have Chef in your home at apparently a social distance. Did you guys just leave? Did you just open the door and run?
We just gave him room to work, and we were masks on, and I just sous chefed as little as he needed me to.
How do you sous chef from a distance? Does that require like an actual?
You've seen our place. We've got the cook area, and we've got the kitchen island, and so I was working on the kitchen island and prepping and bringing over to him.
What was it like watching that just greatness happen in person?
Ooh. I do want to hear that, but real quick, Chris Macbeth drinking some Pillsbury Rosé and a hybrid Korean beef with sauteed squash and spinach over brown rice. Hybrid Korean beef, or were you thinking fusion? Because I want to know if this thing runs on like diesel and electricity or not.
Is it like the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons?
Blinky.
Yeah.
Sam Fraser says he's having his last Rent House colorful silence. I have not had one of those yet. I'm excited to try one of those.
It's good.
Oh, Lucas Lindsay joining us today, eating some Glybon takeout. Hey, you can sometimes find some of Chef Tammy's delicious treats over at Glybon. She'll probably tell us a little bit about that. We're going to talk about those here in a minute. Fusion. Yes, I figured fusion is what you meant, Chris. Jeez. Alyssa, thanks for joining us. Some Voodoo Ranger IPA and pizza at Native. Awesome. So what was that? What was that face?
This is amazing.
All right.
It's really, really good. It's really, really nice. It's so clean.
I'm about to open up a can of Oceanfront.
Okay, good.
oceanfront property from Historic, actually. So I know we haven't done a lot of Flagstaff stuff, so I had some of this handy, and I figured why not? It'll go really well with these delicious wings that I got takeout from the woodshed.
Nice.
Are you sure that came from the woodshed?
Yeah. See that picture?
I believe you.
I can't quite make it out. It could be moose head.
There you go. Right here.
Those look real good.
Listen, they are real good. I had a nibble of a couple beforehand, but just want everybody to look at how juicy and delicious these are. They're 50 cents this week, so free plug for Brandon Casey in the woodshed. 50 cents a wing all week, huh? Go help him out. Help a brother out. He's closed, but take out only. Grab some wings from the shed. Just saying.
Am I more inclined or less inclined to get wings now after that?
I don't know. But the fact that Chris McBeth is using speech to text in order to comment on Facebook on the show is impressive.
Well, if you have a mouthful of like Kobe fusion beef and you're trying to say,
hybrid beef.
You mean Kobe hybrid beef? Yes, Korean hybrid beef.
Ford fusion beef.
Wait, I figured it out. Hybrid Korean beef is just part socialist. It's Pyongyang meets Seoul. It's all there. I got it. It's totally fine. Part of it is oppressed, other parts of it rich. Just fine.
Oh man.
Well, this is fun, guys. It's been a really interesting weekend. I know we all hung out on Sunday, so it's been a day and a half almost 2 days now since we've done a show. But a lot has happened. Brett Barry is running around somewhere right now, safely, we're told, in the middle of nowhere.
He's just in the woods, basically. He's in his natural habitat.
Look at him, just hanging out. We don't have Brett. Some of you may have noticed we're missing Brett, but I'm going to bring in our special guest co-host tonight, this Tamara Stanger, lovely chef from Cotton and Copper. You guys have seen her before. Some of you guys had a chance to take part in Beat the Boredom, which was a full chef demo and interactive cooking show that we did. And it was incredible. And Chef has been working on a lot of stuff as they slowly opened back up Cotton and Copper. Things have been ramped back down, but she'll tell us more about that. Chef, I'm going to bring you in. How are you?
Hey. Good. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Things have been crazy since we did that episode, Like, so many changes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bump that you get from places, We have quite the reach when we promote someone, just things blow up for them.
That's what happened. Nobody knew who Chef was until
They're like, where's that macaroni and cheese dish?
That was, I did learn what a bubble and squeak was, and then immediately found out the next day that everyone else in the culinary world already knew what a bubble and squeak was, and I had missed culinary 101.
It's never too late. It's never too late. It's okay.
I'm totally okay with that.
As long as you keep learning,
I'm buying books. They're mostly Kindle ebooks, but I'm buying books.
Still a book.
Books are good. I've been buying a dumb amount of cookbooks, just a dumb amount of every kind of book. And I've actually been reading fiction again, which is crazy because I usually don't have time. I'll be rolling Pie Dough out and reading books at the same time. That's my life now. It's nice and quiet and just.
I was gonna say if I zoom in here, it looks like you're at the shop right now. So
yeah, there's nothing. You see there's boxes everywhere. And
I like that.
Did you see the bottles? We saw a bunch of bottles. Can you go back to the booze room? What are those? Are those the hand-picked private select ones, or?
No, there's some good bourbon over there, but we had our barrel pick, I think, a week or 2 weeks ago, and it sold out in 48 minutes. So goodbye on that. We'll have more. There's going to be more coming, but it sold out fast. It was really good.
I saw our friend. This was a couple weeks ago. I saw our friend Matt Barrett. He was at Yucca, and they had just printed the menu that said that they had it. So I snagged it up while I was there.
Oh, you got to try it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got some bao buns to go and a bottle of booze.
Did you try it? Did you try it yet?
Yeah, I tried a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Is there any left?
Yeah, there's some left.
I haven't opened mine yet. I'm gonna save it.
Shane,
Yeah.
mine's open. I'll trade you.
But it's been fun. We're trying to focus right now because we decided, along with a lot of other restaurants, if you notice, places are just shutting back down. So we decided not to open our dining room because we're tiny. You can't ensure you can keep anybody safe, and it's just negligent. So we right now are selling pie and dinner pie and bourbon and cocktails and tacos here and there, whatever.
What
You
else
know,
do you need?
What else?
Pie,
Yeah, exactly. What-
cocktails, tacos, like that's
just whatever we have. We're selling some good stuff. Most of our employees, they're staying at home and being safe. So it's pretty much just me and Sean, and I have my sous chef here every once in a while, and we're just making stuff and trying to feed people.
I mean,
Be safe.
if you're selling everything you got, let's go back to that bourbon. And then, is that vintage cash register for sale? I could use it as a decor item. Is there still a jackalope on the wall? Because I'll take it.
We have this giant elk sitting on our floor over here. Like, I don't know if you can see it.
I would like to see it. Hold on.
Here,
Hold
let
on.
me unplug this so I can take you on a little tour.
Okay, once you hold it still, I'll let everybody see that. Okay.
Whoa.
Over here. Giant elk.
I want that.
That's gonna go on the wall somewhere. I'm gonna get a share. But then yes, our beautiful cash register over there.
It's a nice register, guys. It's a vintage copper cash register.
There's no way anybody could take that out. It goes too heavy. And then a jackalope up on the wall way up there, if you can see it.
Where there's a will, there's a way. There's enough copper in that cash register.
No,
to be more than
that's not replaceable. Nobody can have the cash.
I shouldn't say that. Somebody's gonna watch this and go like, "Man, I really could use some copper, man."
I was honestly worried in the beginning of everything, like the beginning of COVID, when people were just looting places, and I was like, if somebody decided to bust in here and take stuff, we have some irreplaceable stuff. We have a few things that you can't go to the store and buy, and I would be devastated if we lost some stuff. Like you can have some bottles of bourbon or whatever, but don't take this other stuff. So I was genuinely worried, but now things are a little bit calmer, so I'm not as worried anymore.
And you're in a nice neighborhood. I mean, I grew up not far from there, actually. I went to elementary school.
Scottsdale's a nice neighborhood too, and they had like the first round of looting. So.
Well, I mean, that's on purpose. Yeah. That's different. That was. I'm not saying I didn't condemn it.
And all for good reason. I'm not dishing on anything. Like, things are really important that's going on right now. Things are crazy. Yeah. You can only try to understand what's going on and keep yourself safe. And you know what? The best thing to possibly happen with COVID is more time to drink beer.
Yes.
Am I right?
We have accidentally figured that out.
yes.
For some reason, we all figured that out. Also, for some reason, our clothes fit differently. It's only been a couple of months.
So weird. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
You say it's only been a month? Is that what you said?
A couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
He took a month off of drinking, so his quarantine's been a little bit different than ours.
I did take 30 days off from drinking, so.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was good.
I remember. You were drinking these weird soda things.
I was drinking the non-alcoholics from Lagunitas, the hot water. Yeah, they're really good. Still have them. They're amazing. They just go really well with gin now. So they're really good. Hey, we didn't get a chance to ask you, Chef, but what are you drinking?
Okay, so right now I'm drinking a Modelo.
Yes, that's okay. There's no hate.
And then when that's done, I got a Bird's Nest.
There it is. Did you notice that she always comes in with like a hard stout flex on us? Like the motor tones, she just casually busts out.
This is my palate cleanser, and then the other one's like dinner, desserts, and nightcap all in one.
She finishes strong. That's smart,
It is.
How you start, how you finish. Chef Tammy finishes quite strong.
So, Chef, you guys changed things up just a little bit recently, right? Because we were at a point where we could get takeout from you, I think, Wednesday through Saturday, if I wasn't mistaken.
Right. I had more staff on at that time.
Okay.
So I had a couple cooks in my kitchen, and we had like a couple people out here in the front of the house helping, but we decided that it wasn't safe. And plus, like, there's no way I can pay cooks the same amount as you can make on unemployment. And it's not fair to give that up and keep them from that opportunity. So we decided, let's just give everybody a little bit of break, stay safe, do whatever, cut down our takeout to 1 to 2 days a week, and just navigate it. Like, if I get sick, if Sean gets sick, it's over. So I haven't been anywhere. This is my fun right now. This is the most fun I've had in a long time. But just trying to keep everybody safe. I've been tested. Sean's been tested twice. Pretty much everybody that comes through the door. I mean, it only means so much because you can go get tested and the next day catch it, and it doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
Or you can catch it that night when you're getting tested wherever you're at. So
That's the truth.
It only goes so far, but
it's precautious. It's the right thing to do. I mean, is precautious not the word? It's cautious.
It's not a word. I know that.
Precautionary. That's the word.
Precautionary.
it is a word.
Precautionary.
Listen, guys, bug off. It's not out.
Regardless of word this week, apparently. So maybe precautious will get there too.
I mean,
I think in 2020 we can make up as many words as we want.
You remember
Irregardless
you remember the classic song, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
yes, that's the one. Thank you. It's
If you say it loud enough,
it's cautious and it's the right thing to do. That's all I was trying to say. It's precautionary. Right?
Was there a reason, like, other than being precautious, that you decided to get tested when you have, or was it just kind of like did you feel like maybe you came into contact with someone, or was it just
No, it wasn't that. It was
like peace of mind?
it was free, pretty much, and it was convenient. I went to some place out in Chandler, and it literally took 5 minutes, and I got the antibody test that tells you if you've ever had it and stuff. And it was just a peace of mind and to tell my employees and everybody that we're fine. But pretty much you're exposed everywhere you go. Like, more and more I'm hearing about cases close to home and people that are going through stuff, and it's like I'm pretty worried about everybody out there. I don't know. Wear a mask, motherfucker.
You're on the right show if you're worried about everything.
Exactly.
I mean, isn't that? It's not hard. I wear one back there in the kitchen when Nolan and Sean are here. I will wear one for 12 hours at a time in a 100-degree kitchen and just sweat the entire time. And that happens because I respect the people I work with and I want to keep them safe. Regardless, I know I'm fine. But motherfuckers, if I can wear a mask for 12 hours at a time in a 100-degree kitchen, like, I just took it off now to come do this thing.
But we've been telling people that. We've been telling people that. We've been telling people masks are sexy. Just throw them on. It's all good. It's not a big
Some of
deal.
them are pretty. Have you noticed that masks look just like underwear? Just like.
As I put it on my face? No, I haven't noticed at all.
Like, I have this one pair and it's all lacy and black, and I'm like, that looks just like a pair of underwear sitting in my car.
Do you want me to come bring you one of these? Do you want one of these?
Sure.
I feel like you could benefit from having a social distance drinking club mask.
I mean, I have these disposable ones. We have a bunch of them because we go through a lot of masks, and we get a lot of people. We now have a note on the back door that says you have to wear a mask if you come in, because we've had a couple people come in with deliveries and not, and it's like,
Have you had problems with people? Because we see they go viral when people go to a restaurant or a store and they're like, I'm not wearing my mask, I feel threatened and all that stuff, whatever you have from people. And like, has that been an issue for you? Have you noticed that?
We've had a few customers that come in and they're like, what do you mean you're not open for dining room? And we have this huge table blocking our dining room. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big table down there blocking like the door, whatever. And people will force their bodies around it and into the dining room that has all these chairs up. And they will force themselves in there and think that we're going to serve them. And it's hard to tell. But that's one of the things that worried us when we were talking about reopening. We're like, well, what's going to stop us from keeping our customers safe? When we can move all the tables out, But if somebody wants to bring in a party 6 or keep bringing in people and they crowd around a table, we can't keep the other people around them safe anymore, or our employees. And we have a few customers that probably would do that just because they don't see a threat. They don't care. They're enjoying their life. We're Arizona Woo, top in the nation right now.
Yeah, we're number one. But Chandler is no longer number one because apparently we were number one at one point. Goody,
Well,
yay.
It's literally the Wild West, literally.
It's been that way, right? And like for a while, people started to get a little precautious. And
Precocious is a word.
no, you know what? Actually,
Precocious is a word.
Hang on, Tammy. I'm just going to do this real quick. Shut up. That's the Merriam-Webster dictionary that says precautious. All right? Bite me.
No.
So tiny.
Sorry, guys. The word exists. But anyways,
Cool
yeah.
Photoshop skills, man.
But people were being careful. And then, like, there was this window of time where everyone just, like, it was as if everyone just went streaking for a week, you know?
They're like, you took away our rights to go be crazy for a month. We're going to go be extra crazy. I don't know.
Extra
Spoiled.
crazy.
People are spoiled fucking little shit brats. It's like when you have a parent in a grocery store and their kids are just screaming and ripping at the toys off the shelves and so upset. That's all of Arizona right now.
So would the message we're trying to give everyone watching who is not being cautious, stop being spoiled little shit brats? Would that be it?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, because we love you too, but we also think everybody deserves their turn in line, so don't cut in line. Like, let's take our time and do this right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because we're about quality, not quantity. Like, take some time, relax. It's going to come back, but you know Arizona's going to come back better than ever because look at us. Like, we're all badasses. We're going to make some cool shit in the future, and we have a lot of time to think about it and make some cool stuff. So give it some time.
Maybe we should
You're not going to miss out.
Maybe we should do some cooking again soon on the show. Sure.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going to come back better than ever. We've even like here at our restaurant, we're trying to devise a way to not only make the food and drink better, but like the quality of life for our employees, you know, like things we can do. Cause it fucking sucks to work in a restaurant. It's hard. And we're trying to figure out how to make it a little bit more fair and change some things because the industry is something it's definitely a broken system. And we're doing what we can. And if there's any time you can make changes, it's right now.
Absolutely.
Well, it's shut down.
I mean, we should have been making changes a few weeks ago instead of raging, apparently, but people missed the memo, so we started raging. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're spending some time with Chef Tamara Stanger of Cotton and Copper, catching up on what's going on in her world, having a drink. And if you're watching, tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you're eating. It is Takeout Tuesday. I made that up a few hours ago, so now it's Takeout Tuesday.
Hey, don't say it like that. That's like telling people you made up your own nickname.
That's okay. I mean, you guys made up that precautious wasn't a word, and then I had to prove it
I'm
was.
still pretty sure. I'm going to see that page for myself. I don't trust that at all.
That's perfectly fine, man. You keep your AP style book in your back pocket.
It's actually above me right here. Hold on.
All right, so Tamara, what do you think as you're thinking about transitioning? I think the Social Distance Drinking Club should pilot a concept where we do a live show and it's like a chef's table, and we all have been tested, and seriously.
We all bring our dictionaries with us.
It's his AP style book because he went to a mediocre journalism school and still needs it.
It's not
So anyway.
specific.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
No, that's fine. It's a great concept. Adam had a great idea. I want to hear the rest. Chef might be interested, man. Chef loves doing stuff. Chef's a genius.
So we do a show. I just wanted to change the rotation a little bit. No, we do a live on location. We all get tested. We quarantine. We make sure that we are safe upon arrival, and we do like the cooking style show, except for we have it be like a chef's table, like a kitchen table, and then you can showcase anything that you want to share with the world, and we benefit from all of your expertise and goodness.
I like it. So I just got done watching Hannibal. You know what that show is?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So can I do it like that?
What?
Sure.
Why not?
I'm just kidding. No, I think that's a great idea.
I'm
No
on
eating people, but yeah.
Chris McCaffrey says, my wife made pizzas for the kids, and then we had Cobb salads, drinking Sierra Wild Little Thing. Nice.
We got some shout outs from folks. Chris McCaffrey said it was great to meet you at Hidden House. And then Matt Barrett wanted to let you know that he liked you.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I met Chris a few weeks back. So thanks for watching, Chris. That means you actually saw my mask and remembered what it said. It worked out. Did we get what Matt was drinking? Because apparently he's crushing some euros from Halal guys. It sucks out here. I don't care. I'm just telling you. but
also,
some of these
Space Dust is a delicious beer. I know they sold out Elysian, but Space Dust, when I saw that in Vegas for the first time, it was like, I can live with this. This is way better than Newcastle, which was my previous go-to in Vegas casinos.
Oh, yeah.
Back when you could go to Vegas.
It's really tough when you have very, very limited options in the style that you want that's not controlled by somebody. Like at the U of A football games, when that was a thing that happened, they would have St. Archer hazy IPA, and it was so odd to be able to drink a hazy IPA in the stadium, and it's just like, well, I'm not going to think about who owns you today.
Still a better beer than you objectively would have gotten years prior.
Well, I really wish that they would put Barrio. I wish that they would put Barrio Citrazona because they already had the Barrio Blonde. Or let's keep getting Dragoon IPA. Let's find a hazy producer, perhaps Borderlands, Tool Avenue. There's lots of local options, but they didn't go with one for a hazy.
I just wish I could drink bourbon and gin and tonics at the game, but they won't let me do that. So
they let me do that more?
Should available at Walgreens. You mean the Halal guys? Because that Space Dust is premium. But that,
He's probably right, though.
Chef, I want to quickly touch on a few things that I found on your Instagram. I saw them earlier this week. Guys, if you don't follow Chef Tamara Stanger, it is Tamara_Stanger. I will show you her page here in a moment. But you've got some stuff going on, and this is a chocolate goose egg semi-Fredo that's supposed to be on the menu this week. Is that right?
So my farmer brought me some goose eggs from Two Wash Ranch, and goose eggs are at least twice as big as a chicken egg. They're pretty huge, and there's a ton of fat in the yolk, so it's really creamy. So it makes a good semi-Fredo, and a semi-Fredo, it means semi-frozen. It's an Italian dessert, and it consists of whipped cream, whipped egg whites, and then whipped yolk. And then I melted some chocolate into the yolk, and then you fold it together like a mousse. And then you freeze it. And normally you'd put it in a loaf pan and you slice slices and then eat it outside and let it melt while you're drinking your beer. But this, you can probably take a big spoonful and like slap it on a little bit of whipped cream and eat it outside. Same thing.
I'm crying, and I think I see my fellow co-hosts crying in the background too.
So chocolate dessert, I think, would go good with almost any style of beer because this is a bitter chocolate. So bitter chocolate even goes good with an IPA. And obviously it would go good with almost any cocktail, a fruit cocktail, a bourbon cocktail, a gin cocktail, definitely a mezcal cocktail. It's just, chocolate's very versatile. It's like cheese. It's one of those things you really can't go wrong with.
So this is going to be available this week?
Yes, Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday, you guys heard it here, that delicious dish right there.
We have this dark chocolate goose egg semi-Fredo.
It looks so good. And then I just want to point out what people missed out on the other day, because I missed out on this too.
This was last week.
It was last week, right? Well, a few days ago now that it's Tuesday, right? So I saw this, I think Friday, was that right? I think Friday. I don't know.
So this is a strawberry vinegar pie. And a vinegar pie is a Depression era pie. People go to a time when it's hard to get fresh fruit and your fruit is rotting. So you make vinegar. You ferment your fruit. Well, that fermented fruit adds a lot of citric qualities. You add it into egg, sugar, and butter, and you get this beautiful custard pie. I actually make my own vinegars, so you get that bright, like you make a strawberry vinegar, it makes a bright red vinegar. The other pie we had was a blueberry pie, so I fermented vinegar for about 6 months, and I had this bright blue vinegar that went to the blueberry vinegar pie.
I had no idea you were making your own vinegar for these.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. It's just kind of hard because my kitchen's really hot,
Yeah.
so you can only do it in the springtime. When it's summertime, it doesn't work so well. You have to have like 70-degree perfect, like 70 degrees or lower to perfectly ferment a vinegar.
I'm sad that I missed this because I love strawberry. I love your vinegar pies.
I'm sure I'll do it again eventually.
I'm just
I've been
gonna
making
start
so many
texting you
pies.
once a day. I'm just gonna be like, Chef, like with an ellipsis at the end, just 3 dots, and for you to be like,
Well, so this week I have a pie I'm making. Adventurous Stills gave me their chocolate bourbon, and so I'm making a Kentucky Derby pie, and I foraged a bunch of ironwood beans, and so it's ironwood beans, hazelnuts, pistachios, and then that chocolate bourbon in the pie.
oh,
That's
oh,
probably going to be pretty good.
that's
I want that.
I want that.
It's such a good bourbon, and it's like the chocolate notes in it are so good, and when it's baking you can just smell the bourbon, like the little bit of spiciness, and I feel like their bourbon, it smells like apricots on the nose,
oh.
and then you get that flavor of chocolate, and it's just really good.
So they've been.
Yeah, I still want that.
Can this just be our show concept for Tuesdays? Will you just come on and just tell us about the delicious shit you're making?
I don't mind Tuesday pie porn being a thing. Like hashtag pie porn is fine. We can do that. You know.
I feel like everything is a pie basically, and I feel like you can talk about pie for a million years.
And you said that before. You told us that on the show. You said everything is a pie. You were basically Neo living in the meat pie matrix. You just see.
I started doing dinner pies too. So last week I worked with a local farm, Parkwist Hollow, and I got some of their pork necks, and I made a ham tasso pie. Tasso is a Creole, like it's almost like Creole barbecue. And then I did split peas and creamed potatoes in that pie. And then this week I'm gonna do 2-wash chicken, and I got a bunch of peaches. So I'm gonna roast off a bunch of peaches and caramelized onions and stuff that into a pie. And you know, it's dinner, but it's a lot of food, and you can take it home and just cut it up, and it's definitely it's like, you guys like to go on picnics? Like, are you about picnics? Because I'm about them. And
it's a little hot for a picnic here right now, but like I like picnics.
No, but it isn't if you go up north. But I feel like these dinner pies are good for a picnic because you just take them and you just sit out on a big blanket and eat them. And then you can drink as much as you want. No one will cut you off, right? And you can take a nap there too.
I just want to point out some of these comments that are coming in. First of all, one of my co-hosts, I don't know which one, but I can guess, wrote, "Welcome to Pie Talk, all pies, all the time." And Matt Barrett said, "Chef really out here living in the year 3000. We already knew this, Matt. We were 100% sure that Chef Tammy has been living in the year 3000 for a while.
This is a really good time. This is a really good time to go back and have people watch that Beat the Boredom episode if you did not get a chance to see it, because it's hilarious. It will make your mouth water. You can reproduce something amazing in your own home, and it's all Tammy all day. It's kind of a win-win.
So dead serious, if you guys haven't seen it, go find it. It's on our page. It has all the ingredients and all the instructions on how to make that pie, and you get to hang out with us and Chef. So,
you can pretty much put anything in a pie. That's awesome.
What's that, Chef?
You can pretty much put anything into a pie, and you can make like amazing food that way.
Well,
you can put macaroni and cheese in a pie, right?
You could. I don't know why we didn't do that. We need to do that again, I feel like. But hang on a sec.
Oh, they found it. Okay.
It did. This is, which one is this? This is the one you just talked about with the Adventurous Stills bourbon. Yes,
that's
perfect.
the Kentucky Derby pie with the Peralta bourbon. And it has ironwood beans, chocolate, hazelnuts, and a little pistachio.
There you go.
And some farm eggs.
And for anybody wondering how to get a hold of some of this delicious stuff that they've got, all you have to do is look up Cotton and Copper online. They have a talk page, TOCK. That's where they're taking orders because you guys are being careful and also only allowing people to come in certain 15-minute windows.
Yeah. And we'll have that menu up on Wednesday, sometime Wednesday. So Perfect. It will go live and then people can order.
So you can get in there, you can get some pie, you can get some bourbon pie, which looks so good. And
And I will run it out to your car if you don't want to come inside. So
yeah, just
with
buy it up.
with my mask on.
Just don't buy it all because then we can't have any, and that would make all of these guys very sad.
So we also put a few allocated bottles on there every once in a while. So pay attention. Like every once in a while, Sean throws some cool bourbon on there. And we're going to have some cool stuff coming in too in the future. So it's sneaky. You know, don't always know what's on there.
Jackie's asking, you're making that chocolate bourbon pie this weekend?
Yes, it will be available Friday and Saturday. So I have a few old pies, and then I'm going to be selling it by the slice too.
I have to drive to Phoenix this weekend. Clearly, holy crap!
Tempe.
I think
Tempe.
Sorry, I'm from Tucson. It's all Phoenix. All of you are in different parts of Phoenix now.
I'm closer to. I don't know where you're at, but I'm probably closer. I don't know.
That's true.
She's probably closer to you than to me.
South Tempe.
Did Adam Green just tell all of the viewers that he was leaving us? Adam, are you leaving us?
Well, my fiance is watching Hamilton in the living room, and I hear it, and I want to just go watch it because it's
What is
awesome.
Hamilton?
So I'm
Hamilton on HBO Max.
Hamilton. I thought you said
no
Hamilton.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Oh my God! Your name.
Yeah, again, Chef's living in the year 3000. She's watching Mamilton. Hamilton? That's from 2020.
Hamilton sounds really awesome.
Guys, if you're just joining us, please tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you're eating. Usually it's just what you're drinking, but since Chef Tammy is
I
taking
want
time,
mine now.
Hamilton. Jesus. Great timing, man. I want to know what people are drinking, and we're Mamiltoning them.
We're gonna have a beer called Mamilton.
Hey.
That's what we should.
So we used to think we had a
Hamilton
ghost in the kitchen, right? Because we used to have things just fall out of nowhere, and so we're like, we have this ghost in our kitchen. But we realized the thing in our kitchen is like probably a mix between a vulture and a monkey, like, you know, from the Wizard of Oz, and we call it vonkies.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, oh, the vonkies. And we like just knock everything down, and those would be on the Mamilton. I think the vonkies would be on Mamilton.
I would say for
It'd
sure.
be a legit show.
They would be the antagonist in Mamilton for sure.
We have a lot of fun in that kitchen, by the way. You didn't realize.
I believe it. PJ, thanks for joining us, brother. Tell us what you're thinking in the comments. He says, Chef Tamara, you're my hero.
Thank you.
He's a big fan. He's
It's because of the vonkies.
Because of the vodkas, yes. Drinking vodka, might have said the word lemon over it. Lemon vodka. Vodka lemon? I don't know what we're doing. But
Lemon.
sure.
It's like it's making a martini and pointing your glass towards the town of Vermouth. I think that's the idea that he's going for.
Vonky ghost. This is vonky ghost. I don't know how do you say ghost in German.
I don't know. Where's Sam Fraser when we need
Fraser, where are you at?
him? If you're watching right now, we need to know how to say ghost in German. Anyone else, please go to Google and find us the incorrect translation. Go for
I
it.
mean, I don't know that they're German, but the way that they're pronounced sounds German, so we're just guessing.
I was thinking, like, what do you got?
Yeah, I love that stuff so much.
Colin, double dry hop to just hit Tucson today, so I'm sure Phoenix, you got it, you know, on the second hand or whatever. But
Did it just hit Tucson or did it just hit your house?
it just hit Tucson. I picked it up within 5 minutes of it landing on the dock, so to speak. So yeah, it just hit Tucson today.
So
Nice.
just hit Tucson, also a great beer name. Also, did you guys get the latest Prince album yet down there in Tucson? Because we've been drinking Double Dry Hop Chata for a while, bro. It's been a while. Okay.
It was canned on Friday.
Did that Gypsy King's Greatest Hits show up? Because we had it on Saturday.
You know they do multiple batches of beer, Yusuf. I know you're pretty new to this craft thing, but actually it comes in waves.
I don't need your attitude right now. I think it's time for it, truly.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We've been drinking double dry hop chowder for a while now. Let me open this
Chef
truly.
Tammy's drinking that out of the can, right? That
I was
brews
gonna
out of the
say, hard flex. Tammy, can we see that one more time? Because she's crushing bird's nest out of the can, guys.
Boom.
These are the people we associate ourselves with because we keep good company. Like
Do you
all
want-
the people we're watching.
Would you like me to be less gangster? for a
No,
moment?
that you do
Oh,
you.
I could be a lady. If you want me to, I can get a glass.
No, there's a side of you that we don't talk about, and I think other people haven't necessarily seen it unless they follow you. But can I bring it up?
What?
The fact that you used a cage fight.
No, I didn't cage fight. I fought in the ring.
You fought in the ring. You did do MMA, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I did. So I not necessarily MMA. I did boxing, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu separately.
Okay, got it. So they're all separate. When
Not
in my head,
even
when I
though
heard all three,
I trained them all, but I fought separate fights, and they were like either strict Muay Thai, strict boxing, or strict Jiu-Jitsu
got it.
by the rules.
I've just seen,
I won and lost in all of those.
which is how it works, right? We're supposed to win and lose. I used to wrestle.
Well, you don't actually count losing. That's supposed to be learning, like a learning process.
Bingo.
So
Yeah.
you can find me on YouTube, but I won't tell you the link.
I won't. I think it'll take me too long to find a single photo that I know I've seen at some point in our conversation about.
But that's like.
about
So
all-
I actually started getting back into it, and all the gyms shut down. And I have a Muay Thai gym in here. I started training again, and it felt really good to punch things and kick things. But I have to put that off a little bit longer.
The personality, Classy Alcoholic, is a good friend of mine, and he's a beer blogger about the state of Arizona. And he just in the last month really started getting into a boxing gym and starting to do just like gloves on pads. He's not like sparring, he's not taking punches, but
It feels good.
Oh my God! So he's in my closest circle, so we hang out some, and he brought over gloves and pads the other night, and he taught me some of the different positions and like tried to link some combos together, and I was like, this is the most fucking fun thing I've done. I think
It's so much fun when you learn to do it right, when you learn to do it correctly, so that you don't hurt yourself or hurt somebody else. It's pretty awesome. And when you learn how to block stuff, like that's the biggest thing is people are like, you must like getting punched in the face. Is like, who punched me in the face? Like you gotta know how to block that stuff, motherfucker.
I'll just tease this and then let you guys find it on your own. But it's somewhere in there. All right.
That's the kitchen.
This is the kitchen, so she's not kicking anyone's ass unless she has to. But it's a real thing.
Yeah, I trained a while. Like I need to get back into it. I'm a 10-year Muay Thai fighter, and I'm a Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. And I've been in Jiu-Jitsu like both for so long, and it sucks because people always say you fall out when you're a blue belt, but it's because chefing takes like 100% of my time. No excuse. I used to keep, when I was at Helio, I used to keep a bag on the back porch, and I'd go punch it every night or every morning before anybody was there and just go hit the bag. But there's no space at Cotton and Copper. Like there's nowhere to put a bag.
You disguise it as some sort of stuffed animal head, perhaps, just have a weighted jackalope, you can.
So have you ever seen somebody kick something, a Muay Thai kick at full force?
Yes.
Like you need something really heavy, like full of weight.
Like a taxidermied bear is what I'm thinking. Just a big sand-filled bear bag. We could do this.
There you go. That would work. I'd be just like every time I kicked that thing, there'd be just hair like thrown in the air every single time. It'd be like pug hair. It'd be like people let their dogs in here. So
is there and this is probably super cliche and very pop culture of me, but I can only think of one movie that always comes to mind. Adam, you're having the stack. Good choice. When I think of Muay Thai. And it's all of the Ong Bak movies that Tony Jaa.
Oh yeah. Amazing. All of them. Yes.
Anything with Tony Jaa because it was good. It was well choreographed.
It is, and it's legit. He's doing legit Muay Thai. Like it's phenomenal. That's what it is. Like maybe not as fancy. Muay Thai is more of like traditionally you stand right in front of your opponent and you fucking kick, you throw, you hit, and you don't like maneuver around. Yeah. I have more of a Dominic Cruz style where I'm like, I cut my corners and move around. I'm tiny, so I can move in and out. And that's the only way I can. Most of my training partners were always like 6-foot guys. So I'd have to like learn how to get inside and do all this crazy shit. But traditional Muay Thai isn't as fancy as the Ong Bak stuff. but it's brutal. It's brutal. It's hard, and it's the most brutal martial arts there is.
This
Probably.
Well, yeah, because you get to use elbows, knees.
I am such a fan of elbows and clinch. Like clinch work is my favorite thing in the world. You get behind the head like a butterfly. You pull your elbows into people's chests and you pull their head down and you can throw them around. And then you can like knee people in the face, in the ribs, in the stomach, like toss them. You do all kinds of crazy shit. I love it so much.
And then afterwards, you can go make a delicious goose egg chocolate semi-frito. So
yeah.
Everybody
After tasting the blood of your enemies.
Well, I used to work at this bar and I had to throw out this girl once because she was attacking all the employees and I was working in the kitchen and normally I would never interfere, but nobody could stop her. So I went and like body locked her and she was twice my size and like threw her outside and she came forward and grabbed me by the hair, right? Like handfuls of hair. I'm like, cool, we're in a Muay Thai clinch right now. So I just started like fucking kneeing her like crazy and kicking her. And then the cops came and grabbed her and dragged her off. But
so if anyone at any moment thought to themselves like, wow, Chef as a young female is at the restaurant alone, I would not worry about her one bit.
Yeah, how do you combat gender stereotypes? And I mean literally, how do you combat gender
Well, it's hard actually. When I started training a long time ago, and there was a lot of people that would refuse to train with me because I was a female, like straight up refuse and would not, and it was because of their standards, or they had a wife at home and they thought it was a sexual kind of thing. So, you know, I don't see it that way, but there's always that kind of thing that I've had to deal with. And obviously when you're actually fighting, it is a gender thing. Like you're not going to fight a guy, you're put in with a female in your weight class and they've had a close amount of fights to you. So it's a lot more fair, but I don't know. It's crazy. I enjoy fighting all the regular, like all the different sizes. Cause on the street, right? Like you're probably going to fight somebody that is not your same size.
Hold on a second. Beer Bob, fan of the show. Thanks for joining. Beer Bob says, when we don't have to social distance anymore, Chef Tamara, can you demonstrate some moves on Yusuf? Bob?
Are we talking about choke?
But damn it, what did you say you're going to do? You're going to choke me?
No, I asked him.
Whatever you want to do, Chef.
I asked him if we were talking about like collar chokes.
Totally.
I'll tell you what.
Those are very tame. They only put you to sleep.
Perfect. There's only one way to shut me up anyways. So that's the one. That's it. You figured it out. I'll tell you what, Chef. When things are safe and happening again, we will do it for the gram, as they say. Those
Are you sure? No, because people always think that sounds like fun. No. People are always like, that sounds like fun, and it's not fun.
I've been tased voluntarily. You fucking racist. I've been tased voluntarily. I worked for Taser for a little bit. I wrestled. I've been cross-faced. I've been choked out. So we can definitely do it. You're probably going to get a knee-jerk reaction from me where I'm going to try and stop it from happening, but I have a feeling.
Do you know how? Like, you should probably YouTube how to stop it so you don't fall asleep. It'd be more fun.
Okay.
We're incrementally, daily, really getting to the place where we're running that jackass disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, 100%. It's either that or what's about to happen is you guys are going to get like a 5-week montage of me training to stop one single choke.
But see, the fun thing, here's the best thing, is you don't know what choke is going to come at you because there's so many different chokes. So try to guess my favorite choke and then try to think of the defense for that choke.
I'm going to have to go study. I'm sorry, hold on. I got to take this back for a second. But if you guys remember the Mortal Kombat live action movie where Kano is fighting Sonya Blade, he goes, I studied all your moves, love. That's going to be me. I'm going to have to be the guy who studies all your moves, love. That's it.
You know what I like, though? We started this show with like Chef Tamara being I don't want people to break into the restaurant and steal the cool register and the antlers. And we're ending with her saying, I will kick everyone's ass. Like, and demonstrating her, telling us, like, yeah, you will.
Wait,
It's not even
So nobody wants to break in now. Nobody wants to. That's
hold on,
okay.
hold on.
I proved my point.
guys, what if we did this for charity? If we raise enough money for a particular charity, I'll let Chef Tamara choke me out. I'll let Chef Tamara choke me out. I'll try to get out of it.
So what if we do it like riding a Bronco? And if you can, it's like 8 seconds, right? If you can withstand my choke for 8 seconds, people can donate money and you can win. Like if you can stand it more than 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's like
I
the
can put you to
GoPro
sleep in 3 seconds. So if you can make it 8.
There it is. Right now.
I'll just go to sleep without having to choke me. That's fine.
No. We're doing this right.
Most
He's
times
right. It's the mechanical bull moment. We figured it out. I'm gonna let Chef try and choke me out, but I'm gonna study all your moves, love, and then I'm gonna see if I can't get out of it. That's what's gonna happen. That's
Are you gonna wear a collar? Okay, but are you gonna wear a t-shirt, collar, or none?
Well,
So there's gi chokes, and then there's other chokes. So there's chokes that incorporate clothing, and then there's chokes
there were so many kinds of
just around the
chokes.
neck.
This is getting intense. What if, let's just say I wear a shirt. If you got two chokes,
Like that shirt, like your t-shirt.
I'll probably wear like a gym shirt.
Are you gonna wear that necklace
Oh,
too?
it's a drinking club shirt.
Oh no, this is coming right off of my neck before I let you choke me.
Okay, I'm just wondering what I have to work with.
Why is stuff going? She got so technical that she's like, all right, what's the blend on that cotton? Is it
Look at the sparkle in her eyes. She's looking bored.
Is that silver or is that stainless steel? Because I have to know if I can use my wrist to kill you. I mean, choke you.
By the way, pop-up opportunity is the Chef Tammy Bubblegum Choke Company.
I like it.
Oh, good.
There's a thing called brewjitsu. So there's a company in California called Shoyo Roll. I actually buy a lot of their gis. A gi is the clothing you wear when you do jujitsu. And they do a lot of stuff that is where they go into breweries and they do competitions there where you can drink beer and you can watch jujitsu competitions. And in their early days, Shoyo Roll used to trade their gis, which are worth like $5,000 a piece, for like rare bottles of beer, because they're major beer nerds. And I'm talking like 15 years ago. Major beer nerds, right? So they started brewjitsu. And we actually tried to start it out here in Arizona. And it would be really cool if when things get back together, we could actually have a big brewjitsu competition where people do jujitsu and drink beer and you celebrate with beer.
Well,
and you sponsor that with beer, right?
Yeah, I think we've got some friends in the industry who
not jujitsu, brewjitsu.
No, I'm saying some friends in the industry though that like jujitsu and beer. I'm just saying in general. So
I'll watch with a beer. I don't think I will participate in that, but
I know you just enjoy it. You enjoy it, and it's more fun with beer. It makes a lot more sense when people are rolling on the ground and you don't know what they're doing. It makes a lot more sense if you're drinking beer. I'm just saying.
I've never enjoyed getting my ass kicked, but I enjoy watching other people get their asses kicked. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's
one of my jiu-jitsu coaches is out in Mesa. It's Paul Nava at Nava Jiu-Jitsu. And he's been trying to do brewjitsu forever. So, like, if it happens, it's probably going to be him leading the show. And it would be awesome. I'm sure you guys have ran into him. You drink a lot of beer. I'm sure you've ran into him at the beer places.
Nice.
It's like it goes together.
This is it right here.
Yes. JJM. Yes.
That's
it.
Okay,
yeah. I will cook food.
It's right there. That's it.
I love how calm Chef Tammy is about whooping my ass. She's just like, yeah, it sounds great. I love charity. Yeah, I'll make food and kick Yusuf's ass. That's fine. That's totally okay.
Multitasking.
It's great.
Making the food while kicking Yusuf's ass.
That would be if she Chun-Li kicked me while like stir frying something or sauteing, and that would be a whole different conversation. So, our friend Todd Altman, by the way, from the Sleepy Whale / the Golden Pineapple, you guys might remember him from a few weeks back at the Golden Pineapple. He was with me there. He practices jujitsu as well. So, jujitsu, someone else we can bring into this. I like the idea already.
He would totally do jujitsu. I guarantee he would do it. He would probably host it.
He could
in the new beer barn. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen the beer barn that's coming in?
No.
Okay, so
I did
same
see that.
same guys that own Sleepy Will and Golden Pineapple are building the beer barn right now, and it's going to be a big barn.
Oh, is that the one that's supposed to be in Gilbert?
Yeah, I think.
That's right. We're going to talk about that on Thursday, I think. 'cause
So,
we're gonna-
by the way, bring up beer jitsu or brew jitsu, because I think that would be a perfect location for this event.
We're starting a fight club tonight. So it sounds like
it's a real thing. There it is. Brewjitsu actually did exist last year.
All right, and that's in California, right?
it's a cautionary. I don't believe it.
Just saying. And there's a VIP party afterwards. So this all sounds like a great opportunity for a
Yeah,
charity.
we could do a lot with this. This is going to be amazing.
Brewjitsu. Somebody put it on the list. Add it to the Google Doc, guys. Wow. We'll start with like mini events where Yusuf gets
But
choked out.
you should get Paul Nava on here, my jujitsu coach, because he would love to talk to you about it. He's fun and he knows his stuff. He likes beer just as much as you do.
Bring him in.
I guarantee it.
We'd love to have him. Guys, if you got any questions for Chef Tammy, for any of us, anything, tell us what you've got on your minds. We're coming up a couple minutes away from wrapping up. Chef, thank you for hanging out with us and spending some time with us and telling us about what's going on. I want to remind everyone that Cotton and Copper is open for takeout Thursday, Friday, Saturday right now. Is that what it is?
Right now it's just Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. So limited takeout Fridays and Saturdays. You can check out their talk page, which is right there. Check it out. It is just Cotton and Copper. Look up talk. Go to Cotton and Copper. It should pop up. Exploretalk.com/Cotton and Copper. Take you there. But yes, delicious food still available.
Also, pie is Friday and Saturday, and yep.
We're gonna have lots of pie, dinner pie and dessert pie, all the pies.
Oh,
And bourbon.
I could have said that too.
He did that, yeah.
No, I could have said that. I just like that. Like curling is a nice sport.
Well,
They were talking about getting our asses kicked. Like that's
people
great.
Jiu-jitsu is a nice sport too. Jiu-jitsu is a peaceful sport. It's the finish.
Total. No, you have the utmost respect for your opponent, and you act with discipline at all times. I think a lot of sports could benefit from the ethos of martial arts. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Can we talk about Tony Jaa movies? You guys were like, "Yeah, Tony Jaa is great." Did you see the Protector?
Of course, I saw The Protector.
Okay, it's all about harnessing the way of fighting of the elephant, and then they just spend 25 minutes breaking every bone in 100 different guys' bodies. It's the most ridiculous, over-the-top sequence I have ever seen in a martial arts movie. It's ridiculous. I cannot say it's good. I cannot say it's good.
With that being said,
You want to know my favorite movie of all time that
Yes.
I grew up on?
that's what I was going to
Bloodsport.
I fucking love Bloodsport. I love
It
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I've watched it probably 1,500 times in my life. When I was a kid.
Frank, man, come on.
It is such a great movie. And for anyone who has not seen Bloodsport, add that to your list after Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Back to the Future, because apparently you're a heathen and you don't watch films. Okay?
I've seen those, but yeah, I don't think
it's
it's
come on.
Bloodsport was great. What was the other? One of them was really bad. I mean, don't get me started on the live action
There
Street.
was a lot of bad ones, but
There
that
was
was
a
Milo
bad one. That was a bad Van Damme. Live action Street Fighter where he played Guile. Not good. Not good.
That whole movie was just awful.
It's really bad, man.
He actually like recently within the last 5 years tried to do real MMA fights with people, and I don't think it went well. I don't think it did.
My man Herschel Walker did real good in his.
Oh God, Herschel Walker is the most amazing. He's a phenom. Nobody on the planet is like Herschel Walker. Somebody in their 40s that could come out of like a ridiculous amount of football years, get his body destroyed, and take no drugs, right? And destroy 20-year-olds in MMA fights.
Sanford is an American kickboxer.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
PJ says Game of Death, Bruce Lee and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah,
That movie's great. It's campy, but it is
He's
great.
working the airplane movies. I don't know that he's in other things.
Beer Bob's back with it's a peaceful sport. Chef Tamara will peacefully kick yourself's ass. It's coming there. It's still Yusuf, but not yourself.
I do with a smile, like happy smile.
That makes it worse.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like, two positives make another positive. It's not like two negatives, which also make a positive. So if I'm smiling while kicking someone's butt, it's
And if I'm smiling while getting my ass kicked,
right. That's two positives.
I'll just wake up happy. I'm sure there'll be
Every serial killer ever.
What's that?
Oh my God! Can I tell you this is the third Kung Pao reference I have heard in 2 days. Oh, it's so good.
This is my Drake hand. I won't talk about it into the fist. The better movie is Kung Fu Hustle. That was the better comedic Kung Fu movie. Kung Pao?
Yeah, the Buddha Palm. No, Kung Fu Hustle is my favorite comedic one for sure. Like, that's amazing. I'll put it out there. I know it's cheesy, but Ang Lee, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I thought it was beautiful. If it's a movie that kicks a lot of ass and makes me
It was the first in its kind, too. It was like a different genre of movies, and it started that. It was beautiful.
The one, though, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, seriously, man.
Okay, let's go. No, stop right there. If I just saw a meme today and it made me so happy. If Shredder can wear a mask while kicking all the Ninja Turtles' asses, then y'all can make him wear a motherfucking mask too, yeah?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we lost Yusuf.
He's going to get his
My computer got really excited about the Shredder comment.
Where'd you go?
I'm back. It's fine.
I thought you were going to come back with a Ninja Turtles outfit on.
I thought about it, but I don't have it handy. It's at the dry cleaners.
You know, for really good fighting, Ip Man.
That's what I was about to say. So you stole it from me, but
still good. You stole it me.
The last Ip Man came out. I watched it. It's decent. It's good. A little bit more campy than the other Ip Man movies. They're all very campy. They also have a very, very political undertone to them.
I'd say they lean real heavily into obey the communist state.
Yeah,
they're real heavy.
Like, do you remember when the occupiers came to China? But I had this crazy affinity for Wing Chun Kung Fu for some reason when I was younger. And like, there's a Hung Fai Yi Wing Chun Academy here, the Red Flower Society. The guy was a disciple of Benny Mang, who was a disciple of Bruce Lee or some shit. I don't know, long story, but I was really interested in it because I was a Kung Fu movie kid. So I studied it for a little bit, just a smidge. Just a smidge.
Oh, comment of the night. Bring it back up. Here, Bob, you are my favorite, man.
That's actually you're doing it all wrong, buddy. That's not right. It's not seltzer jujitsu. You can't just add brew jitsu and seltzer. It doesn't work that way. That's
funny.
It's a seltzer aikido. Okay. You don't give a fuck what you
You're drinking a truly. Holy shit! Oh my God. I do gotta choke you now.
Oh, no.
With a smile.
And on that note, True Jitsu wins. Guys, it's 3 minutes past the hour. Tammy, don't ruin this. This is actually going to happen. If we can make it happen, I want this to be a charitable thing. It would be hilarious if we could get a handful of other people involved and see how long everybody lasts on a Chef Tammy chokehold for charity. So let's think about this.
Oh, is that what we're doing? It's like a charity to see how many people I can choke out in a row.
It's either we get people to donate money.
It's like the best day of my entire life.
You mean I just get to choke people and then charities get money? Yes. That's all it is.
I love it.
Can we Yusuf does True Jitsu off the screen for a while, guys? It's just
accurate.
I like how you moved it off yourself and you're like to everybody else, like now you get to choke other people instead of just me. Because I caught you drinking that thing. Yeah, I know.
You guys are killing me. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a moment to wrap it up, and since you're giving me shit, I'm gonna grab that thing that I don't have any more of. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Oh.
Is he getting a thesaurus now to add to his dictionary page?
I think so. He made some more words.
Which way do you think Yusuf deserves to be choked out the most by? Like, what if you had your pick? How would you do it? Because I don't know these things, but I imagine. Oh, never mind. He's back.
How long have you been thinking about that question? That sounds fun.
just a regular. You have our bottle.
Yeah, I have tons of it left.
What are you gonna trade for you?
Oh my God.
There's a whole bunch of it left, Chef.
It was so much fun picking that barrel. It was unanimous. It was Casey from Yucca Tap Room, Sean and I, and it was unanimous. We had 4 barrels to pick from, and that was the one. Like immediately, we knew that was the one. And it's crazy how barrels can sit right next to each other and have such a distinctive, different taste.
I wanted to actually talk about that barrel, and I forgot that you went because Sean had mentioned Casey went. But maybe either this week or next week, we'll talk about it some more because I know you guys have some more coming out, and some of us already got our hands on it, and we can talk about it on the show.
Well, we have a different barrel coming in, not necessarily a Buffalo Trace, even though we do know that Buffalo Trace makes a lot of different bourbons under that umbrella.
We won't ruin the magic for anybody tonight. We won't do it.
There's a lot of good bourbons out there and a lot of good palates, and you have to have a distinctive palate to distinguish what a bourbon is.
Did Trish?
And part of the fun, it's kind of like a choke, right? There's so many different chokes.
Trish says you guys just want to see women wrestle. Trish
said that?
No, we just want to see women kick ass. It's totally good. We don't want her to wrestle other women. I mean, we're fine if she does, but we want her to kick all of our asses.
Not mine.
Not Adam.
Well, no, I don't want to get my
I'm
ass.
going to be a part of the charity fundraiser too.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. You're going to see Yusuf struggle. You spelled Yusuf struggle wrong. That was not. That's all that was.
It won't last long, Yusuf. I'm pretty sure. That's the impression I get. That.
You know what? I didn't want to end this whole show with anybody telling me it won't last long. So thank you. Great conversation, everybody. So a lot of fun. We're 6 minutes past the hour. Chef, hang out with us for a few minutes. Once we go offline, we can all catch up for a couple seconds and wrap our drinks up. But guys, this has been another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. You have had the pleasure of spending time, and so have we, with Chef Tamara Stanger. Cotton and Copper is open, limited takeout. Check them out and get some of that pie and get some. Oh man, that chocolate goose egg situation. Listen, I can talk about it for hours, but
so put that on the pie, right? Get the bourbon pie, put the semi-Alfredo on the pie, and then you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now we
and pour the bourbon. All that. Pour the bourbon all over.
All of our viewers.
Choke someone out, and it'll be a great night.
You're naked choke.
All of our viewers just fainted. All of them. Guys, cheers. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to have my espresso from Buffalo Trace. It's been another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. This time, Mama said wear a mask. Take out Tuesday with Chef Tamara Stanger, Cotton and Copper. Thank you for joining.
Fatality.